I hope you're all doing well. Thanks for tuning into the video. Today's topic is it's not your program's fault, it's your fault. Even though that might be kind of an abrasive title, it caught your attention, which is exactly what I wanted. And it's the truth, in my opinion, even in the case of me sometimes. So all kinds of programs out there, right? I mean, everybody loves a good workout. There's free workouts out that, professionals are providing you. There's 4-week, 6-week, 12-week, 16-week transformations, prep coaches, all these programs, available at your fingertips, and way too much stock put into those programs. I'm not saying that programming isn't important. It is. But the truth of the matter is that there's a lot of programs that are really, really bad. And there's some programs of professionals that are good. But even whether it's good or bad, it's not enough. So you can have the best program in the world, but if the trainee isn't up to the par that they need to be, the program's only half as good as it should be. It really doesn't matter in the end. So now's the time for you and myself and everybody that works out to start to understand that you need to take accountability of how you execute that training program and take some responsibility for yourself and how you conduct yourself in the gym. Number one, the easiest one that we overlook. Get your head out of your phone. Quit looking at the TV. Stop, aimlessly being distracted by things in the gym. Stop looking at yourself in the mirror and taking selfies. Like, it's truth. Like, look around in a public gym. It's everywhere, and it's so accepted that we fall into that trap. And consequently, your focus isn't there. So if you want to have these elite results, well, you better have elite focus going into the gym. Maybe I'm being super particular, but the guys of the old ages, they didn't have distractions. They had hot, unair-conditioned gyms where there was just them, the machines, and brick walls around them, right? And the only thing they could focus on was the task at hand. So that's the easiest thing that you can start to take accountability for. Like I said, it might be picking a little bit, but we're all guilty of it. And you have to start to really dissect your training and start taking accountability for these things that you get lazy on. And one of them is your focus. The second thing is holding the program way too accountable for yielding results. So the whole inspiration behind this video is without me, stirring the pot too much. Not that I'm trying to be politically correct. I really don't care about that. But is people just don't work hard anymore, okay? So the easiest example I can give you is, you have a person that has had really good results with a program, and the program prescription is 10 repetitions. And you have a person that hasn't had very good results yielded from that program, and that same program prescribes 10 repetitions. And they perform them at the same time for 5 sets, 5 working sets, and that person that has had a lot of results, you can see every single single rep of that set, that their effort is at a higher capacity. They're failing sooner, they're contracting harder, they're controlling in ranges of the motion. They are pushing themselves in every single aspect of every rep of every set of that exercise selection. And then the guy that hasn't had results, that he hasn't seen a big yielding of results, and he's complaining that he's not seeing development off of this program, he coasts. That stuff makes a huge difference. Effort matters. When I worked at MI40, we had these 6 essentials of exercise. They're great. They're a good foundation. There's nothing wrong with them. In fact, there's a lot of validity to them, and they work. But that's not the foundation of exercise, in my opinion. The foundation is your ability to work hard. So we used to have people come into camp, and I still have people come from out of town that train with me. And we don't cover a lot of execution stuff right out of the gate. What I'll do is I'll challenge them in a set, and they'll say, wow, I've never felt X, Y, or Z body part like that before. And the truth of the matter is, you've never worked hard. It has nothing to do with the fact that you haven't been able to find this body part. You just have never taxed it. You've coasted this whole time. So it's not the program's fault that you're not getting results. You're not taking the program seriously by taking effort into the program and pushing yourself. So my biggest advice here is that you have got to start using the prescribed sets and reps as working sets, which means outside of the capacity of this work, there's activations and warm-ups that have to happen before you start to say, okay, this is a working set, right? So if I have 4 working sets, for example, myself, I may take 4 to 5 build-up sets to get to the point where I say, now we're ready to work, okay? If you feel like you finished a working set, it's like, oh, that was a pretty good start. You know, I think I'm going to increase load, and that's going to be a little bit better set. And I'm going to increase load. That's going to be a little bit better set. You know, every single set should be 100% of the capacity of what I call contractile intensity, is your ability to contract and use that resistance to create this pressure in the muscle with the single goal that you're trying to own every single rep. Like, you need to take pride in every single inch of that range of motion at 100% intensity, especially in a hypertrophy environment. Like, hypertrophy is all about oxidative stress. And in a nutshell, without getting too specific, oxidative stress is, you know, it has no bounds for maintaining performance. So basically, if I have 4 working sets, like, I kind of want to fail right out of the gate. Like, I want my performance to start to dwindle. That's how you're going to acquire oxidative stress. Nobody goes beyond failure anymore. It's prescribed 10 reps. Well, the goal is me to make sure that I get 10 reps. No, the goal is by the time you get to 9 or 10 reps, like, you got no gas in the tank. That's what hypertrophy training is. Now, there's different approaches of intent when you talk about, maybe I'm doing a strength style training or neurological style training. Maybe I'm doing lactic style training, or metabolic style training. There's a different approach, but still, the effort has to be there first. So the biggest thing you guys have to understand is the magic program is not out there. Like, there's a million ways to skin that cat, and it makes you smarter at controlling your environment, but only after the effort's there. If the effort's there, you're going to spin your wheels forever. The reason why you have lacking body parts, the reason why you have underdeveloped body parts, is probably because you don't train them near as hard as you train your other body parts, which is why we have a bunch of guys that, you know, they'll train the heck out of their arms. They'll do 30 sets, you know, at 50% capacity, and then they'll do, you know, 10 sets of legs at 30% capacity, because it's hard. Like, they're not built for them, and, you know, it takes a lot of guts and balls. Like, that's the biggest thing. If you want these massive results, like all these, you know, popular celebrities, sexy people that you follow on Instagram, the people that have lasted 10, 15, 20 years looking the way they look, they work hard, man. I mean, because I've been around them. I've had the luxury of getting around a lot of guys that are very successful and have had a lot of success consistently. And the one thing that has always maintained, no matter what kind of programming they're doing, is they work hard. And if I had to dissect the program that they're on, even me, I could say, I don't know if I necessarily agree with that. I would maybe prefer this, and that's all personal preference. But the one thing that I always agree on is that when we go in and we do a working set, it's actual legitimate work. Okay, so this video is more of an inspiration or a wake-up call, even to myself. Like, talking and speaking out loud is a reminder that when you go to work, it's work. It's the maximum capacity I can contract, that working muscle, and then all these other special sexy cues that you throw on top are just an asset or a tool to add on top of that. It's on top of the foundation. That's the bricks that you're adding up on the foundation to build your house, right? But until you start to challenge yourself, until you start to get uncomfortable and go beyond failure, you're just not going to get these massive results, and you're sure not going to get them at the rate that you want to, okay? Now, everything has to be within the confines of the goal, especially as you become better trained, more neurologically efficient, and you name it, because your body adapts faster, but you're not even creating the adaptive response because you're not working hard. So today, you guys start to work hard. If you guys have questions about this video, if you're having trouble understanding something that I'm speaking about, if you agree or disagree, by all means, put it in the comments here on this video. If you like, subscribe. If you guys don't follow me on social media, I post exercise execution stuff. This is stuff I'm passionate about every single day, at least once a day. On Instagram, it's my name, Bryce Baum. But otherwise, I just enjoy talking to you guys and helping you out. So if this has some benefit to you, subscribe, share, and I look forward to continuing to talk to you guys. Take care.